This is the plaintiff, Thomas DiPietro. He says he and the defendant were together since 2009, and while they were dating, she registered his car in her name. That's right, she stole his car right out from under him in a sneaky ploy to rip him off. He wants to go through the proper channels getting it back, so here he is in court, suing for the $4,660 he's owed. This is the defendant, Karen Downs. She says the plaintiff signed the car over to her in January 2010 because his license was taken away and her old car was acting up. The plaintiff has some nerve suing her for the car, considering he owes her 2 months' rent. In fact, he never should have filed this suit because now she's gonna countersue him for the money he owes her. She's accused of stealing a guy's car. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $3,000 for 2 months' rent.
Let me get time sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Thomas DiPietro?
Yes.
You are suing Karen Downs, your former girlfriend, for $4,660, a value of a Cadillac Eldorado of yours that she has kept, according to you, wrongfully. You are counterclaiming against him $3,000 for 2 months' rent that you say he owed you when he went to jail and didn't help you with your bills. What's going on?
We dated for approximately 5 months, and during that time, my father had given me a Cadillac Eldorado. I did not have a license, and I already had plans to be...
Is this your father?
Yes, it is.
All right, why is he giving you a Cadillac Eldorado if you don't have a license?
Well, he got a different car, and he knew I was going to be able to register. I was going to jail for 2 months for driving under suspension. So that's why I was
hold on. Okay. You were going to jail for driving under suspension.
Yes.
You were suspended from your license for what?
A DUI.
And Dad thinks it's a good idea to give a fellow in your position a car.
It was given to me for her to have a safe car to drive while I was incarcerated. That's why she was allowed to register and insure it. I couldn't do that.
That's not why. But go on. Your father gives you a Cadillac Eldorado in what month?
In January.
Of what year?
Of 2010.
Okay, you started dating her what month?
Approximately, I believe, November of 2009.
2 months earlier.
2 to 3 months earlier, yes.
2 months earlier. All right, so now it's January. November and December, you've been dating her. Your father gives you a Cadillac Eldorado.
Yes.
And at that point in time, did everybody know that you were about to go into jail for driving on a suspension?
Yes.
Okay, now when you met him, did you know that he was... Did you get arrested for driving on a suspension while you two were together? Or the case was already pending when you met her? When you met him, did you know that he was destined to go to jail?
No, I did not.
When did you first learn?
I found out, I think it's sometime in December.
Okay, and
so
how
we
did he
met
tell
in
you?
November.
How did he tell you?
He said that he got, pulled over driving while suspended and that he may go to jail. Wasn't definite, but based on the law, would probably be 30 days, and he ended up going for 60.
Okay. So what was your reaction when he told you all
Well,
that?
30 days, I kind of was okay. I would be okay with that. We were dating, we were together, he lived with me, and then...
We were dating for 2 months. He was living with you
Well,
already?
we knew each other from before.
How did you know each other from before?
Just through friends.
Okay.
So we actually met up one night. It was just me, him and I and 2 other people, and we actually hit it off and started dating. But then my roommate was moving out, and he lived really far away, so it was kind of more convenience for him to move in and kind of fill in for my roommate that was moving.
Do people understand the commitment that moving together is? How'd this work out for you? Really well?
No.
Not so good, right? I mean, seriously. Do you have children?
I have a son, yes.
How old's your child?
He's 6.
Okay, so did you run his record to make sure he wasn't a pedophile?
No, but...
That's right. So do you really think that you should bring in... I'm not suggesting you're a pedophile. Do you really think that you should bring in a complete stranger to move into your house with your 6-year-old child? How does the father of that child feel about that?
He was...
Who's that guy laughing behind you? Is that the father of your child?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
He was incarcerated at the time.
Do you just shop for men in jail? Is that what you do?
Yeah, I have bad luck with relationships, yes. Well, I'm trying to hold everything together, own a house, I have a mortgage, I have a full-time job.
Okay. So what was the agreement that the two of you had when you moved him in?
That he was going to pay half the bills. And
half of all the bills?
Half of all the bills.
All right. And is that accurate?
The agreement was I would pay half, but she'd put me on the deed to the house because I was also repairing the house.
What?
There was a lot of damage to the house.
Wait.
That wasn't
Wait. You would pay half the bills, and she would put you on the deed to her house?
Yes.
You just got here! But she's going to put you on the deed so you can own half her house because you, like, fix the plumbing?
That is what she told me.
Did you tell him you'd give him half the house?
No, I did not
Did
say
that ever come up about him coming on the deed?
No, that never came up.
He's just making the whole deed thing right up.
I think so,
All right,
yes.
so now, here's the car. It's January. Dad gives... Is that Dad? Come on up, Dad. Can you come up now? Who were you giving that car to?
I gave it to my son.
When did you first find out that he had put that Cadillac Eldorado in her name?
When he told me.
Which is when? After he came out of jail?
No, I think it was prior to.
Prior to him going to jail.
Yeah.
So you register it in her name, and what's the plan?
Well, the plan was, until I got my license back, it'd be registered in her name.
Okay.
And she was going to use it, because it was winter time last year, you know, to get around with a safe car. Her Blazer had some problems with the front end, and I wanted her to have a safe vehicle.
Now, according to you, this car belongs to you.
Correct.
Tell me what your version on this is.
Well, my version is he did sign the car over to me. It is in my name. I've been paying the insurance on it. But the bottom line is that if we broke up, amicably broke up, which we did, I would say...
But what happened? He goes to jail on
He goes
February
to
2nd.
jail. And throughout that 60 days, I just did some soul searching of myself, of my own. I realized he's not the one that, you know, I want to be with. So the day that he got out of jail, I picked him up and I told him face to face that it's over. You know,
You didn't give him a few days to acclimate or anything?
No, because you know what? I didn't want to lead him on and think that he was coming back and everything was going to be
fine.
was going to be great.
All right, so you tell him on the ride home from jail.
So at that time,
Was he
we
sad?
talked about,
Was he
yes,
sad?
Yeah, it wasn't a happy ride home.
Was it was it upset or violent, or not violent,
Not
but was
violent,
it
just
emotional, dramatic, or?
Just upset. So basically, the way we had left it was that he was going to pay me the money he owed me for the 2 months that he was in jail for the rent.
Because you feel that he owed you the half the mortgage for the 2 months he was in jail. By the way,
Correct.
how much is half the mortgage? $1,500?
Well, half the bills,
Half the bills.
is $1,500,
Is
but my
$1,500.
mortgage is $2,000 at the time.
Okay.
Okay, so
And according to you, your agreement when you moved in is that you would pay half the bills, but you were going to get half the house.
Yes.
You would give her $1,500?
No, I never agreed to that. The agreement was going to be half, but it was like I paid for groceries, she paid for groceries. We were going out together. We were
Did you
happy.
ever hand her $1,500?
Never once.
Okay.
And just going by her old roommate who left was $600 a month is what she was charging, all inclusive.
Well, I'm sure, did that person have the same benefits you had?
no, she
Did-
lived
what
in the
kind-
basement.
Was he living in the basement?
No.
He was using the actual apartment, the actual house?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so basically the agreement was I would sign the car back over to him, and he can have the car back, but I wanted my rent money.
Okay.
Okay, but
No, but when was that agreement?
there was.
Did you
that
know?
was like
wait,
in
no,
the
no, no,
car.
no. Now listen to me. When you're registering the car in your name, look, I'm not stupid. You guys, do you guys seriously think I don't know why the car was registered in your name? It's not registered in your name because you're going to the pokey. You can't drive, and so you can't register it in your name. But somebody wants to use the car, so it's registered in your name because that way you can get insurance on it under your name. But now, what is the agreement between you two about whose car it really is?
It's my car.
Why? Because it's under your name?
Yeah, because because it was put under my name. and
Okay,
it's
what is that
legally-
paper you
Proof,
keep
Your Honor.
waving? What is
we got
that?
into an argument right before I went to jail, and I had her sign this. It was like an argument. She said, I'm not going to screw you over on your car. I says, well, you know what?
What
I want
was
this.
the argument? If she's
It was
agreeing with you, that's not an
something
argument.
about money. She was worried about money while I was gone. She was worried about money.
And
That's
what were you
some-
saying to her?
I was telling her,
worried about
don't
money,
worry
why
about
would I
it.
give you
Wait,
the-
stop. You were saying to her what?
I was telling her, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it somehow. My father's around. He can always help you out until I get out. There's something else that she's not telling you here. We were actually engaged to be married before I went to jail. So about the deed
In
thing.
60 days, you guys got
about the
moved in
deed
and
thing,
got engaged to get
I gave her
married.
a ring. She accepted it.
How'd that work out for you guys?
Didn't
Terrible,
work out.
but that's
Terrible.
the truth. I mean,
Okay,
it's-
and did she give back the ring?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, while I was incarcerated as well, her ex-husband, who had just came out of jail before I went in, stole my American Express card because she allowed him to stay there while she went on vacation. I mean,
Are you with the ex-husband again? Who's the guy behind you who seems to be very who is he?
He's just one of my friends.
You're just a friend. Are you with the ex-husband?
My
or aren't you?
ex-husband's involved in my life because he's the father of my child.
Yeah, but are you with him? I meant, are you
No.
dating him?
No.
Now, this is a piece of paper. It purports to have your signature and his. It says, I, Karen Downs, gift 1994 Cadillac Eldorado VIN number X back to Thomas DiPietro as is, birth date, blah, 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 on January 27, 2010. Is that your signature?
No, that is not.
Well, I mean, you can just look at her filing, the cross complaint. There's her signature on that. Looks pretty spot on to me.
I got to tell you, it's not just not similar. I don't think it's spot on, and I think you might have forged this. I really do. Because it's a very distinctive S that she lifts her pen to make the S. Her K's are different than this K's. I think you're a good forger, but you're no better a forger than you are a driver.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Would you ever get involved with somebody who is in jail?
I can really say I don't discriminate. I really don't know.
That's a fairly honest answer there. What do you think?
I absolutely would. You know, everyone needs some loving, especially people that are incarcerated.
Really?
Well, I mean, I'd hate to discriminate against people just because they live behind bars. I mean, I don't have bars on my windows. That doesn't mean I don't need love.
Going inside the courtroom.
Let me tell you what concerns me, my friend. In your statement, in your complaint, here's a phrase that you use. And in my business, when I'm trying to figure out who's lying and who's not, the devil's in the details. He just kind of assumed that the car was still his when he left. Who would use such a phrase if a car had been given to you as a gift? No one would ever use that phrase. He just kind of assumed that the car was still his.
Well, because we argued
when he left.
Because we would argue back and forth about who.
You know darn well that the car was never supposed to be yours. The problem is that he didn't pay up during the months, and that was very difficult for you, and you want him to pay up. So you were using the car as leverage. Proof of that is the police report, where you go in and you say, I want that car. That car's under my name. And the police tell you to go pound sand. It's really his car. Then you come back again, and because you feel the police were sort of siding with him, right?
Yeah.
Which you found odd under the circumstances.
Right.
But the police were siding with him and sort of saying, she's just trying to get the money. Because you kept telling the police over and over and over and over and over again, I don't care about the car. I really want him to pay me the money he owes me.
Right, but I want to sell the car to get
Did
the money.
Did you sell the car?
No, I still have it.
So now you have the car, and you're also counterclaiming him for the money that you feel that he owes you.
Correct.
All right, let's talk about that. So you feel that you two have a deal, and the deal is he's going to pay $1,500 a month. And you feel that he owes you that deal during the time that he's in jail as well.
Right.
Okay. Now, you two, according to you, actually discuss, don't worry about it. My dad's around. He'll pick up my slack. Didn't you like that? Did you hear how he said that? Ain't that something? How old are you?
39.
Put your big boy pants on. You're 39. Leave your dad alone in his retirement. Are you retired?
Yes, I am.
Allow him to live in peace and stop making so many mistakes that affect him. My dad will take care of it. Did you end up giving her money while he was in jail?
Yes, I did.
How much?
500.
That was nice of you. Okay.
Your Honor.
Mr. DiPietro, let me ask you, why are you telling her right before you're going in, don't worry about it, we'll figure it out, I'll pay for it, and then you didn't?
I wouldn't say I didn't. I mean, I did have my father go over and
$500.
give her $500.
Okay.
I mean, I have
but you
receipts
know
from
that the expenses are $1,500 a month. So
I
that is
also-
$500 is not $3,000.
well, okay, in the police report it says 1,800, not 3,000, number one.
Let me see the police report.
It says 1,800, she claims.
DiPietro stated because he would not agree to give her $1,800. Did you demand $1,800 from him?
Yes.
Okay, why $1,800?
Because that's what the car's worth.
The figure of $1,800 is a figure you picked out of the sky because you figure that that's the value of the car?
Right, because I wasn't at that time preparing myself to have to come to small
Now,
claims
oh,
court.
please. You're sitting there talking to a cop. You're telling the cop what you think you're owed, and you tell him $1,800.
No, I wasn't telling what I was owed for my rent payments, because that's not somewhere they can't arrest him because he owes me rent money. So I was just trying
Let's see what you said. Downs explained upon DiPietro's release from prison, she requested him to pay approximately $1,800 for mortgage and expenses. Then she told him she either wanted the money he owed her or the car back as payment. And she said to me, I don't really even care about the car. I just want the money he owes me for mortgage and expenses. What part of that is not what I just said?
Yeah, but at the time I wasn't going back and looking through the actual figures. So once I was going to be brought here to court, I went back and I looked through all the months
All right,
that I didn't.
if it was good enough for you with the police, it's good enough for me as I'm sitting here. Where do you get this Blue Book value of yours of $4,600? And I'm sure you're going to be showing me retail. You showing me retail? Like what a dealership can sell it for? Well, there's private party and there's
okay.
retail. So are you showing me private part? No, of course he's showing me retail. Private party for that car is $2,825 in good condition. All right. I find that a guy who tells a girl, don't worry, keep my space warm, I'm going to help you with the bills, everything's going to be fine, is a guy who still owes whatever I find was the agreement that you still owed. That's the part that's fuzzy. But I don't find that you just get to fly and not worry about it when the facts are the way you've described them, where you tell her that you're going to continue to help out with the bills. All right. Otherwise, get your stuff out of there and let her have an opportunity to live in peace.
Well, do I get to take off for, having to move immediately?
No.
Or having to get storage?
No. Because here's the problem. Okay. You think you have a right. You think that this is like you have a 1-year lease there. You don't. That's when you have a right to do stuff like that, when someone wrongfully ousts you. But this is a romance. It broke up and you left. And so, no, you don't get, she doesn't have to pay your moving expenses because she decided to dump you. Implicit in every romance is it might break up. Okay? So, no, you didn't have a right not to expect that. All right? The Blue Book value of the car is not the amount you're saying. It's $2,825. And even if you owe her money, which I find that you do, okay, she would still owe you money for keeping the car. All right? I don't trust that she's going to sign over the car to you. I don't want to have to see you again when there's something wrong with the car and then we have to go over the... we're not doing that. You're suing for the value of the car. You don't like the value I'm placing on it, but that's what I'm going to give you, the value of the car, minus whatever I think you needed to pay her by virtue of your flapping your gums and promising to be her knight in shining armor while you were in the pokey. All right, I'm going to deduct from the Blue Book value of the vehicle the amount that I believe you should have to pay for expenses based on the fact that you promised that you would. And I'm going to order the defendant to pay to the plaintiff the surplus, which is $1,025 verdict for the plaintiff.
Let's see what the defendant has to say coming out here. He's satisfied how this verdict came out? He did get something.
Yes, I mean, I'm not completely satisfied, but it's, it is what it is, and we'll have to just go with it.
And the next time you meet a guy, you're going to let him move in 5 minutes after you've known him? What have you learned?
I've learned not to rush into things.
Okay, head right around the corner there.
Okay, thanks.
Sign your documents on the way out. All right, so you satisfied with what you got out of this?
Not really. Not really. I feel that the car was worth more. I mean, it was in very top-notch condition, and the agreement was just not what she said it was. It was a verbal agreement. There's nothing on paper, and it just wasn't what she said.
You rushed into a relationship, too. What was that moment like when you got out of the slammer and she slams you and says, we're done?
It sucked, It was something that had to happen, though, I guess.
Harvey?
Okay, real simple lesson here. Never sign over your property to somebody you have not made a lifetime commitment to, especially if that transfer is not supposed to really be the case. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.